Shalom. This is an emergency broadcast alert giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakodash, in whom we are in great debt. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, continue doing so, standing firm in the eyes of Terah, who I learned this truth from, to the elders, the bishops, Akim and Akwab. Salutations and blessings to the house of David. We are the hopeful elect. This is your brother Quasi Yah with another quick one. In this video, I am going to play little pieces of the whole video. I'll place the link in the description box because you know how YouTube does. We cannot play nobody else's videos, but I wanted to make a point, and the best way I thought possible is how I'm going to make this video. So, without further ado, oh, by the way, Salakia, this dude seems to like to be in the midst of the video. So if he's an Edomite, he would also relive this moment. I mean, in the video, because of why would he place himself in the video? I mean, it makes you wonder. Spiritually, is something odd about it.
The Holocaust wasn't Germany's first genocide. It was in Namibia.
My grandmother used to tell me about the genocide.
Very painful history.
The German Empire killed 100,000 Herero and Nama people.
So like a lot of interruptions today. So this is James 1 verse 4. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and enter wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and abideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And if you think you can go against Esau Edom, if you believe that you can save yourself, if you're going against the prophets that are breaking down the scriptures properly, you are in denial. And I'm going to show you more of this video because Esau has pursued you from the very beginning. And the only way out of this is by allowing the Lord to rescue you, in other words, from your own mess, man, because if you would have obeyed from the very beginning, this would have never happened. But again, the scripture says this was to happen anyway. So because this was to happen, we now need to recognize that and man up, in other words, and do the right thing.
War can be conducted in a humane way against those who aren't human. Only after the cleansing can something new emerge. Pure Germany's history and culpability.
Sorry, but that's just, I mean, really? Sorry, but that's just, I mean, really?
Obscure Germany's history and culpability.
They want the land back? How? Sorry, but that's just, I mean, really?
It is important to shed light on Namibia's dark past and remind us that Germany is the only country in the world to commit 2 genocides in the 20th century.
And Esau Edom has committed more than 2 genocides. And they don't speak of one important one. They deny that one. And in fact, every time you speak of that genocide, which is the Israelites, the genocide of the Israelites, the most important one, they deny it and they say anti-Semitism.
Powers divided up Africa at the Berlin Conference, and Germany received 6 colonies, including Southwest Africa, what we know today as Namibia.
So it says in 1884 they received, these lands in Africa, which is more like taken. Let me just read Genesis 27, verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And why would you, for blessing, you have no understanding that you give up, for pottage. Then you turn around and you want to kill your brother. What mentality is that? So, this is Job 9, verse 24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And Esau Edom had the power to enslave, genocide, and put his face on everything. All right? By covering everybody else's faces and putting his face on everything, he covers the faces of the judges, the Israelites, the ones who practice righteous acts.
At the Berlin Conference, and Germany received 6 colonies, including Southwest Africa.
This is Israelite country, in other words. This is where we, or should I say, our ancestors fled to. Didn't they say that they were given 6, it was divided in 6 parts? Right? Look what this one says. And we have this. Here we have a better picture of what their video is talking about. Mainly this area here. Okay, because if you look at this area here, this is all of this area here was mostly populated by Israel. Okay, that we had to run this way. Of course, we were being pursued it, and eventually we just, left. That's for another video. Let's continue with the clip.
Germany's colonial expansionism sought living space for Germans as a necessary part of the nation's growth, survival, and prosperity. This was fueled by a deep racist nationalism and imperialism that was also at the heart of Nazi thinking.
Micah 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devises iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And he didn't only do this to our people, he did it to his own people, because he has a thing about power. And so he might help his own people to overtake another people, but eventually he gets power hungry. And when I say he, I mean Esau Edom, that demon that dwells among them. They want to go at each other, and this is what's happening now. So they have a period of time where they can live, at peace with one another, but that power that they feel of drives them crazy, and they kill each other. They just plainly kill each other.
An army and mining companies arrived and took over the land by forcibly removing the indigenous Herero and Nama people from their ancestral territories. It started with land deals and treaties that were never honored by the settlers, because ethnic cleansing was always the goal. One local newspaper wrote, "The country must be settled by white settlers. Therefore, the natives must disappear or place themselves at the disposal of the whites."
The heroes were sent to these remote areas to serve as a labor pool for the white communities.
The German plan was to move the indigenous people into reservations and use them as labor. And to rule, they used cruelty, violence, and exploitation through a system of racial segregation. From the onset, the indigenous people resisted German colonialism, but things came to a head in 1904. Led by Samuel Maharero, the Herero launched their liberation struggle against the Germans, joined by the Nama shortly after. Through a series of well-planned large-scale attacks, they were able to push back German positions and kill 123 settlers. This was a big blow to the colonial regime, because they believed the natives had fully submitted, and never thought people who were racially inferior were capable of this. However, the Herero Nama didn't achieve a decisive victory, and the Germans sent in 10,000 reinforcements under the leadership of Lothar von Trotha.
And this is why we have to wait for Yahweh, or Yahweh Shai, and not think that we could take arms and take this man down, because it's impossible. It's like you taking down the Most High, because he put him there. He put him in place. He gave him the order to rule over the earth with the sword. So you can't take this man down. This is Psalm 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And like I said, I hope this video was edifying, and unfortunately this guy is always putting himself in the video, so I couldn't play a lot of the video, but I'll place the link in the description box so you could check it out, because there's some healthy information in there. All right, for lack of better words. Shalom.